It's been about 2 weeks since a gunman opened fire inside a Florida school, killing 17 people. Since then, schools across the country, including here in our area, have been closed or on high alert because of copycat threats. Jada McCray with BTST Services is joining us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So what is BTST?
It's the Better Tomorrow Starts Today, and it's an outpatient mental health clinic.
All right, so when we have incidents like the big one that we saw in Florida, after that, we now have all these copycat threats. What's behind that? What's the mindset there for those people?
So what we find is that usually 10 to 14 days after something like this occurs, there's like a shockwave that's sent through the community and the nation because we live in a global age. So the problem is that a lot of times we'll have children who may be experiencing similar feelings to the shooter, and they can relate, and this is a way to express that. But if you notice, there hasn't, even though we've had copycat hoaxes, there have not actually been any actual shootings.
Right.
So it's almost a way to kind of express that I feel this way as well. And then you also have children who may not be emotionally developed yet and not understanding the severity of it and do it as a joke and don't understand that there are real people and real lives on the other end of this.
So for those ones who are emboldened because they have similar thought processes as the actual shooter, I mean, I guess this is the time for them to get the help. It's a cry.
It is, definitely so, and we should pay attention to that as well. And so it's one of those things where you don't want to overreact, or people may have a fear of overreacting, but you do want to call. You do, if you know someone is depressed, if you know they have suicidal thoughts or suicidal ideation, there is actually no overreaction. You could be saving a life, and so you want to make that call.
What about all the other children, though? All the ones who were just traumatized by the original incident, and now they're, traumatized daily by just living in the aftermath of that, and now all these copycat things are happening. How do they just get past the emotions, the feelings, and get back to some normalcy for themselves? Because that's the majority of the students.
Very true. And so what I always say to my parents is this: I'm a parent as well and a mental health professional. The world is a scary place, but your children can be well equipped to deal with that. And so as long as you have the conversations with them, you allow them the opportunity to kind of process it, decompress, talk about it, and assure them that their home base is safe and their lives in general are safe, then you're providing a stable base for them to go out there and face the world, because it's rough.
So parents should initiate those conversations, because I know some parents are like, oh, if they don't want to talk about it, I'm not going to push it. But sometimes you need to initiate that. You'd
be very surprised about the internal lives of your children and their thought processes. And so sometimes it's best for us to, if we're watching the news together or something comes on the radio, to initiate those conversations and say, hey, I know something really scary just happened. You go to school every day. What are your thoughts about this? Right. And you'd be surprised what their coping skills and strategies are, or what they already come up with themselves. So.
Well, hopefully they're good, because they've got a lot going on in the world today. Thank you so much.
No problem.